If you're getting problems with your SQL database, your database is showing errors, or maybe your database backup file is not attaching properly, then there is a chance your database files have become corrupted. Now, there are many ways to fix corrupted database files, but sometimes the process becomes frustrating, takes too much time, or worse, your important data may go missing. So today, I'll show you a tool that can repair corrupted SQL database files in just minutes. The best part is that it has both a web version and a desktop application. But before starting the repair process, we first need to stop the SQL services because database files may still be in use. For that, press Windows plus or on your keyboard. Type services.msc and press enter. A new window will open showing all the services running on your computer. Now scroll down until you find the SQL services, click on them, and press stop. This may take a few seconds, but once the services are stopped, your database files will no longer be locked and we can continue with the repair process. So let's first take a look at the web version. For that, click the first link in the description or pinned comment, and you'll come to this page. Here, simply click on Repair button. Now we need to access the SQL database files folder. For that, go to the drive where SQL Server is installed. In most cases, you can find your database files inside the Program Files folder. Then open Microsoft SQL Server, navigate to the MSSQL folder, then Data. This is usually where your database files like MDF, NDF, and LDF are stored. If you installed SQL Server in a custom location, simply go to that directory instead. Once you find your database files folder, you can now select the corrupted files and continue with the repair process. First, it will start uploading your file. Once uploaded, simply click on Repair, and the tool will analyze it, and after that, it will start repairing your file. Once done, then you can download it and add to your database. Now, if you want more control or have larger databases, you can use the desktop application. I will also show you how to add repaired files to your database. Now, to download software, simply click second link in description or pinned comments, and you will come to this page. Here, click on Free Download button, and the setup file will start downloading. Once downloaded, right-click on the setup file and open it. The setup window will open. Use the default settings and install it. Once done, it will open automatically for the first time. To begin, click on Select Database and select your corrupted SQL database backup file. It is usually with a .mdf extension. Once your file is selected, click Repair. The software will now ask you which scan method you want to use. Standard scan is faster and works well for most cases, while advanced scan performs a deeper analysis and can recover more database structures and indexes. For this tutorial, I will go with standard scan. Now, it will start scanning and repairing your database files, and it will take some time depending on size of your files. Once done, you will see a message that SQL database is recovered successfully. Click OK. Now the software will show you all recoverable database objects. You can expand folders, preview tables, records, and verify that your important data is still there before saving anything. After that, click on Save. Now comes the recovery part. You can export the repaired database into multiple formats or directly restore it into a new database or an existing SQL Server database. Simply choose your preferred option and continue. Next, enter your server details, select your authentication method, and choose where you want to export the repaired database. You can either use the default SQL location or specify a custom location depending on your setup. But before that, go back to Services tab and start SQL Services. I will suggest you to choose your existing database location because it's easy to find files from there after recovering. The software also gives you saving options. Fast saving is useful for larger databases because it saves data first and indexes later, while standard saving saves both together. Select whichever works best for your case and continue. After choosing your database collation settings, the recovery process starts. You can watch the logs in real time as your files are being repaired and restored. Once done, you will see a message. Click OK for it. Now, go to the SQL data folder that you selected. Here you will see recovered files. Now simply go back to your database and attach these files there. And you will see that SQL database is not showing any errors and all files are attaching properly. And that's it. Your corrupted SQL database should now be repaired and accessible again. If this video helped you recover your database or saved you hours of troubleshooting, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more useful tutorials like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.